California home prices to plummet. What you need to know. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Resquared Mortgage channel. I'm Rob, your trusted mortgage expert, and today we're diving into a huge question that's got a lot of people talking. Are California home prices about to plummet in 2025? If you're thinking about buying or selling, or just curious about what's going on in the market, you won't want to miss this. We're going to dig into the current market conditions, expert predictions for 2025, and what you can do to protect your investment or get the best deal possible. So let's dive in. Before we jump in, be sure to hit subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my weekly videos packed with expert advice on mortgages, real estate trends, and financial strategies. All right, let's get started. Let's start with the big question. What's going to happen in California's housing market in 2025? Over the past few years, we've seen a lot of changes. In 2023 and 2024, home prices hit all-time highs due to factors like low inventory, high demand, and historically low interest rates. Interest rates are finally stabilizing after the peak in late 2024. However, inflation and economic uncertainty are still in the mix. If you're finding this information helpful so far, make sure you give the video a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts on the comments below. So let's dive into the main topic. A lot of people are comparing today's market to 2008, but there are some major key differences you should know about. First, lending standards today are much stronger. After the 2008 crash, the government imposed tighter regulations on lending, requiring higher credit scores and better documentation of income. This has resulted in fewer risky loans and lower chances of widespread defaults. Second, there's ongoing demand for housing in California. Despite higher prices, there are still many buyers looking to enter the market. For example, places like Riverside and Sacramento continue to attract buyers from more expensive cities. And third, while inventory has increased in some high-demand areas, it's still relatively low compared to pre-pandemic levels. This low supply is helping to keep prices stable. One more thing to consider is California's economy. In 2025, we're expected to continue seeing job growth in key sectors like technology, healthcare, and renewable energy. High employment rates generally support a stable housing market because more people can afford to buy homes. Now let's talk about regional differences. In California, we're seeing varying trends depending on the city or region. There are some areas experiencing cooling, while others are still relatively strong. Let's start with the Bay Area, which includes San Francisco, Oakland, and San Jose. Here, luxury markets are seeing price corrections as buyer demand shifts. However, properties under $1 million are still competitive due to limited inventory and proximity to tech hubs. In Los Angeles and Orange County, we're seeing mixed signals. While luxury markets are cooling, areas like Long Beach and Anaheim remain relatively strong due to continued demand and proximity to amenities. Now let's talk about the Inland Empire. Cities like Riverside and San Bernardino have attracted buyers looking for more affordable options within commuting distances to Los Angeles. As a result, prices here are holding steady or even slightly increasing, making it an attractive option for first-time buyers. And finally, the Central Valley. Areas like Fresno and Bakersfield continue to see strong demand, especially from people relocating from the Bay Area. Home prices in these cities remain stable due to affordability and access to growing job markets. So what does all this mean if you're a buyer in 2025? The key is to stay proactive and strategic. Let me walk you through some important steps to help you navigate this market. The first thing you should do is get pre-approved for a mortgage. I can't stress the importance of this enough. Next, make sure you're working with a local real estate expert who understands the nuances of your market. And lastly, think about long-term value. If you're buying in 2025, it's important to look beyond short-term market fluctuations and focus on a home that meets your long-term needs. Investing in a home with lasting value is key. Now, what if you're thinking of selling your home in 2025? In a market that's cooling down, it's essential to take the right steps to attract buyers and maximize your sale price. Here are a few tips. First and foremost, price your home strategically. If you overprice in a cooling market, your home could sit on the market longer than expected. Secondly, highlight your home's unique features and updates. In 2025, buyers are looking for value. Make sure those features are front and center in your listing. Lastly, be prepared to negotiate. With more inventory hitting the market, buyers will have more options, so you may need to offer incentives like covering closing costs or making small repairs to close the deal. So, what are experts predicting for 2025? While it's impossible to predict the market with 100% certainty, here's what most experts are agreeing on. Experts from the National Association of Realtors and CoreLogic predict home prices will continue to experience gradual adjustments in 2025. In some high-cost markets, we could see a decline of 5 to 10%, while more affordable regions could remain stable or even see minor gains. Alright, so there you have it. My advice, don't panic, but stay smart. Keep your budget in mind, do your research, and work with professionals who can help you navigate this market. If you're thinking about buying or selling or just want to chat about the market, feel free to reach out. My team and I would love to help you make the best financial decision for your situation. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the Resquared Mortgage channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. See you in the next video.